Hello, everyone. I'm Snike, and I'm glad that you are here. And we are back with Coffee Talk, Part 7. Uh, without much, yesterday we met with Rachel's father. I think her name was Rachel. And his troubles raising a teenage daughter. Late teenage daughter. But let's get into it. On Monday, September 28th, military personnel stationed along east coast of to prevent immigrants flooding in from Atlantic. Werewolves representative push a ministry for more accessible sedation. Children cloning. Interesting. Now, before we get into it, I did say I was going to read some of the short stories. So let's get into it. First. So this is just the first one saying that, hey, you got a subscription? Road trip. As if a double-decker bus crashes into us, to die by your side is such a heavenly way to die. If a 10-ton truck kills the both of us, to die by your side, well, that's the pleasure. The pleasure is mine. Mortzi's voice blasted from the old speaker of the car. Everyone in the car was singing along, and by everyone I was talking about me and her. There were only two of us in an almost empty highway. Do you consider dying by my side to be a heavenly way to die? She asks, after the song finished, breaking the noisy silence of the car. Well, it depends, I answered. Depends on what? On how I die. I'm sure having a mass psychopath slowly mutilating us while we're holding hands won't exactly be a pleasant experience. Then what kind of demise would you consider a heavenly way to die next to me? That's hard. I'm pretty sure I'd prefer something that's not too painful, though. Some of us dying together of old age would be a heavenly way for us to die. Hold on, we just started officially dating yesterday. Don't plan too far ahead. Ouch, what was that for? Meanie. Anyway, I was just joking. Besides, I'd rather think about a heavenly way to live with you right now. And have you found any answers to that? Look me in the eyes, and then close your eyes. Just do it. She closed her eyes. I leaned over, getting close to her face. Then for a moment, that felt like 100 years, we kissed. The speedometer was pointing to 100 kilometers per hour, and the highway was almost empty. Almost. Yeah, that's a pretty good one. Kind of showing off that it wasn't entirely empty and they hit something. So if you guys didn't catch that, let's go on to the next day. Wait, are they all about death? I don't know, I'm just saying that because of the header. Death drives. Death drives. But sometimes he commutes. When that happens, you know for sure because his presence is clear all over the news. But still, mostly, death does drive. I realized this fact after returning from a long trip to Tokyo I took recently. As usual, I drove to work every day, and thanks to the unreliable public transportation here. And I noticed that every day in my life is always on the line. No, not on the line as in we will eventually die. We don't know when, but on the line as in we are all at war with everyone else. We're in a war between pedestrians, cyclists, motorcycles, cars, and everything else on the road. And during all of that, death is either driving or sitting in the car seat next to us. Ever since realizing this, I started to drive more carefully. I drive as if my parents were sitting next to me and telling me to drive slower. Because I know death does not like reckless driving, and he's not as forgiving as my parents. Alright, that was a good one. These are actually really good stories. Let's go to the next one. Okay, that's Interesting title. Where we French kiss a cat. So, what's the craziest thing you've ever done in your life? Asked her dating app partner. Pretty bold question to ask on your first date, Akira thought to herself. And in the first hour as well. Are you sure you want to know the answer? She asked back. Definitely, I think. It's the best icebreaker, and it's almost a good indicator. An indicator of what? How compatible we are, and, well, you know, I don't mean to offend you, but it's just in case your answer is, I cut someone into 12 parts or strangled my Tinder date till he died. It's an indicator I will immediately run away. I suppose that's fair. Akira's interest in this guy increased. Maybe. Just maybe he could handle her story. So what do you want me to do? Do you want me to go first, he asked. I'll go first, although it's more like a crazy hobby of mine. Not something I did just once so I could tell the story for the rest of my life. Color me interested. So I love to kiss cats. That doesn't sound too crazy. I'm talking about lip-to-lip kissing. Especially French. I love French kissing a cat. What? Her date responded without hiding a surprise. You never tried it? If you feel uncomfortable with kissing a male cat, you could always try doing it with a female one. Are you telling me you've kissed a female cat before? Both male and female. I'm pretty flexible. He didn't say anything, which was unsurprising, considering such secrets weren't usually revealed on a first date. Or really ever for most people. It's not that bad, you know. Here, let me tell you about the first time I French kissed a cat. I was around 14, an age where most people feel curious about many things, especially certain stuff. But I had no boyfriend, so I couldn't just ask someone to help me practice kissing. But I did have my biggest love at the time. Her name is Oren, and she is a beautiful orange cat with a gorgeous pair of shiny orange eyes. Her date hadn't responded, so Akira continued. Seeing her beautiful eyes, I got an idea. I decided to borrow my mother's red lipstick and paint my lips red. It was a mess, but I was pretty satisfied with the results. I picked her up as usual, and without her knowing, quickly put my lips on hers. Of course, she clawed her way out of my grip, and just in that quick moment, I felt something weird. It's the same feeling you got when you ride the merry-go-round the first time. No roller coaster would be a better comparison. After that, I started honing my skills. Now, even stray cats don't mind me kissing them. To her surprise, Akira noticed her date hadn't left her alone in the cafe. Unlike previous dates she's told her story to. Are you crazy? The man asked her with his eyes halfway to his hairline. Well, you did ask about the craziest thing I've ever done. Why? You're not interested in kissing a cat? Even after listening to my story? God, no. I'm a dog person, for God's sake. It's a nice twist to the story. I think we'll do one more and then save the rest for the next episode. Just so we're not sitting here telling stories all day. Swipe right to... Oh, wait. These are actually kind of like... Yeah, so this is about like Bailey and... What was it? Lua. How they're kind of like in this situation where they're kind of feeling like they're going to die together. This is kind of like Frankenstein. No, not the Frankenstein. Werewolf guys. Kind of going down the road. And then this is when we get introduced to Rachel, right? The cat. So these are kind of like inspired, right? It's kind of cool by the day. Swipe right to outer space. Hello there. This is where we met the alien guy, right? Guy in a spacesuit. What did we do yesterday? We met... Yeah, we met the father, and he was anxious, and then the police car could be public transport, right? So I guess there's a connection. Hello there. I'm a female alien. That's what you call us, right? From the planet located in a galaxy. In the galaxy humans call Andromeda. I'm here to make sure my kind can survive longer and spread farther across the universe. That was what was written in her dating app profile. As a sci-fi nerd, I didn't need to think about swiping right. Even the pictures she just was using her profile were cosplay silhouettes and weird artsy spaceship-like photos. And here she is now, sipping her cup of Papawanama, looking exactly like the dream girl I've always fantasized about. Dark bobbed hair, thick eyebrows, sharp eyes, and a never-ending smile directed right at me. So yeah, I came to this place like 168 hours ago. There were 12 of us, and I'm the lucky one being located in a place with such a fantastic drink, she says after some time spent explaining about her task as an alien. I love sci-fi, but this might be too much. She hasn't said anything about her job, where she was really born, or any other normal stuff. Maybe she's crazy, that must be it. No way such a perfect-looking girl could be perfect on the inside too, I say to myself. But what's your plan? Are you going to release this story as a novel? Comic? Game? Maybe a movie, I ask her. What story? The story you've been telling me. It sounds like it could be really popular if you adapted it to the right media. Well, I've been telling the story through social media and dating apps. Well, that's not enough. If it could be adapted to some sort of mainstream media, you could be rich by now, you know? You could be famous. Famous. Does that mean more people would like to know about my people and our mission? Well, definitely. With exposure like that, it could be easier for me to meet humans with high quality seeds. Yeah, I guess. Okay, so where should I start? Suddenly my phone starts ringing, and it's my best friend. Pardon me for a minute. I need to get this, I say to her as I answer the phone. Yo, dude, what the hell is that chick you're with? She's freaking gorgeous, man. My friend's excited voice meets my ear, an overly loud whisper, and I'm immediately suspicious of. What, are you at our usual coffee shop? Yeah, bro, I'm lining up at the counter. Do you see me? Oh yeah, there. You are sure lucky. Where did you meet that beauty, man? I always loved it when they grow their hair super long and colored like that. What do you mean? The chick, bro. She sat right in front of you. Looks like my ideal girl. Long hair, all rainbow colored. With eyes like that, big eyes and cheekbones. I put down my phone and stare at the round-cheeked girl in front of me with a strange mix of emotions. Why are you looking at me like that? She asks. Are you really an alien? Yeah, that's what I've been telling you this whole time. Oof. Finally, that was my task all along. So, my place or yours? And please no production. Oh. That's a joke. Oh, that's a joke. I wonder if that's how the alien is for us. Where they're not actually the spacesuit, but that's just how we perceive them. So we got yesterday's and then today's, which I'll probably just hold off on it. And just, we can do it tomorrow. So, anyway, let's get into the actual day, now that we've wasted 15 minutes reading stories. Alright? Are you sure that'd be okay? Yes. I mean, it'd be really hard to pull off, but it's something that I'd like to make the story different. Different isn't always good, you know. It's a neat concept, but you need to handle it carefully. And gracefully. I know. Hey, Gala. Good evening, everyone! Welcome, Mr. Gala. Am I interrupting? Looks like you were having an intense conversation. It's nothing. Snike was giving me feedback. It's for the book I'm writing. Sounds like a heavy discussion. What are you up to tonight? I'm just Planning to sit and relax. Long day at the hospital. A lot of administration and admission. Please don't let my presence interrupt you. No need to worry about it. Your presence is always a delight. Although I need to interrupt Snake for a moment, I need my coffee. Sure, how can I help you? I'll take a cup of... You remember my remedy? Of course. You want to try again? My last order didn't quite hit the spot. Remember, it's tea and ginger. The last thing is definitely a different ingredient from either of those. Remember, tea and ginger. So, tea, ginger. What do werewolves like? Is this supposed to be tea, ginger? They don't like silver. I'm not sure what that helps. I think we put lemon in the last time. Let's try mint now that we have mint. Maybe we just couldn't even do it last time. So let's try the mint. Is this it? How is it? Nope. This drink does... What? What do you mean? We put coffee in it, didn't we? Why am I so bad at this game? It's literally the only time I actually play. Anyway, please don't. I'm upset with... Why am I dumb? Don't worry, Mr. Gallo. We're done for the night. You're done. I've had a lot of homework. Can I actually save? Oh, I need to actually start exercising that save button. I have a lot of homework, thanks to you. You're welcome. Is Hyde coming? No, I'm by myself tonight. It's gonna be a peaceful night then. That's mean, Freya. Oh, come on. I was just joking. He needs to learn how to communicate thoughts nicely, though. He might not look like it. But he's a very kind person, you know. He doesn't show it, that's for sure. That applies to you as well. Oh, come on. Good evening, everyone. Welcome, Mr. Bailey's. Hiya. How are you doing, Freya? Not good. What's going on? Snake was just criticizing my story. It's called feedback. It's cruel. It's necessary. Sounds interesting. That's the point with the story. The story is non-linear, quite complicated. Imagine a choose-your-own-adventure storybook, but for adults. Sounds pretty common so far. But instead of telling you which pages to turn to, each decision you make will give you a score. What? That score will determine which page you should go to. That sounds more like a video game than a book. I know, it's not that original. Oh, is she talking about a choose-your-own-adventure book? Love choose-your-own-adventure books. I used to read every single one I could growing up. In like in elementary school, they were so fun. But my target here is the mainstream audience. With the help of my publisher, this kind of book could go mainstream. Just like that Choose Your Own Adventure show on Netstream. It was nothing new, but because of the marketing and the names involved, it reached the mainstream market. That sounds interesting. And highly ambitious, Freya. At least it's simpler than my other idea. Which is... making the novel not in the form of a book, but in the form of story cards. What? I know, right? As if she has all the time in the world. But that's before even considering the sensitive issue of setting the story in a world where only humans exist. What did you say? No, there's a reason why it has to be that way. Just wait till I've finished it, okay? Alright. As Snake said, though, I won't have the time. Getting a normal pitch approved is already a steep climb. Let's not make the mountain even higher. Fair enough. What's the story all about, by the way? You'll have to wait for it. I don't want to spoil the fun. If you say so. Anyway, I haven't ordered anything. What do you want to drink tonight? Ginger latte, if you know how to make it. Okay, I really hope I don't mess this one up. I feel like I've been messing up every single order I've made. Let's do coffee, milk, ginger. Was it coffee, ginger, milk? Wait. Does that actually affect it? It does affect it. There's less cool. That's interesting. See, it does matter. Order does matter. Order of operations. Here you go. Oh, we got a Facebook post. Bailey's. Punk, been listening to Pumpkin Spice since I was a wee lad. Is this guy Irish or something? Or British? Escaping bloodlines, experiencing one color at a time. One day I'll have my own solo expedition. Here you go. Thanks. Dang, this is good. With this kind of drinks making skill, I wonder why your place hasn't gotten any bigger. What we have here now is more than enough for me. Whatever floats your boat, I guess. By the way, how have you been doing, Bailey's? Still busy with your last client? Oh, I'm done with her. Done? As in you're dropping the project? Hey, I'm not crazy. I still need the money. Done as in, I finished the job. I spent the past few days making sure. It's even done before the deadline. Did she like it? Oh, she loved it. She had some complaints, of course, but I convinced her by using some of the design terms she doesn't quite understand. So you finished your job by lying to her. The finest lying, my lady. That's one survival skill every freelancer must have. Are you working on anything right now? No. I'm taking a break from work. I need to work on a few personal matters. Oh. Like with you and Lua? Something like that. By the way, I'm curious. How did you guys meet, if you don't mind me asking? I don't. It's just that I was young and stupid, you know. Oh, come on. Who hasn't been there? You're right. So, I was a bit of a player back in college. Ooh. And I was going after my then best friend's girlfriend's friend. Wait, what? Okay, I'll say it slowly. I used to have a best friend, and he was an incubus. Okay. Let's call him Cognac. Cognac has a girlfriend. Still following? And that girl had a friend. That friend is the one I'm after. Ooh, okay. I got it. She was one of the hottest girls there. But everyone knew she wasn't the type of girl you'd want to date. Why? I don't want to get into the details, but this succubus was super hot. And all the guys wanted to sleep with her. She was a player too. Oh. That doesn't sound like Lua at all. Because it wasn't Lua, genius. Huh? Lua is my friend's girl. Holy moly. This is getting spicier. The other girl's name was... let's just call her Rose. Continue. I knew Lua thanks to her relationship with Cognac. That's a fake name you made up, right? Absolutely. Now, as you can tell, I have a problem. But now let me continue without interruptions. Okay. So I asked Lua a lot of things about Rose. She knew what I was after. It annoyed her so much, I kept bothering her. I mean, I was a pretty active guy back then. So Lua came over to visit us at one point. I lived kinda back in college. I've been out. Got back just as Lua arrived. Total coincidence. We went to our place together. Witnessed something surprising. What? Cognac put sleep with Rose. Holy mother of moly. I saw the look on Lua's face, the disbelief, anger, sadness, and without even thinking about it, I punched Cognac in the face. You what? I got in a fight with him, with these tiny little skinny arms. Now, I haven't told you, Cognac was a Brazilian jiu-jitsu tutor for kids. He was pretty good. Oh my. Yeah, I landed that one punch, and they beat me to a pulp. Easily. Lua begged me to stop fighting on her behalf. More like she was begging Cognac. Hey, I wasn't kidding. I lost, but I don't give up easily. I was beaten pretty bad. So Lua took care of my injuries. We grew closer after that. And I don't even remember the exact date. But suddenly that friendship turned into a relationship. That was one hell of a story. I know. Have you seen her by any chance? Lua came by a few days ago. How's she doing? She hasn't returned any of my calls or texts. Well, she's healthy, that's for sure. She got into an argument, though. With whom? There was this male model. A model? I didn't think she was that type of girl. Go out with a model. Oh, they weren't together. What were they arguing about? Well, we were talking about your relationship. Lua told us about the reason behind the fight. About your family and stuff. And this guy, Hyde, joined the discussion. What did he say? He didn't understand why Lua would insist on getting a family approval. Considering, what? You're willing to leave your own family. You would do that for her? Yes, I would. I'm sick and tired of my family. Why would you say that? Let me tell you about my family. Or, I should say, most elven families. They all think they're so high and mighty. If you're born an elf, there's a certain unwritten rules you must follow. Reputation and appearance are everything. You must never, ever make our family look bad. You can only betray certain people. You must dress a certain way. And you can only have certain jobs. Jobs that are deemed worthy and successful. Like being a doctor, a lawyer, a CEO, Ever since I was a kid, I wanted to be an artist. I love drawing and creating art. However, becoming an artist is not something elves would deem suitable. Unless you become the next Da Vinci. So when I switched from a business major to an art major, my parents went crazy. Screamed like they were on fire. Told me I'd never be rich or successful. All that because he chose an art degree? You know the worst part? They blamed Lua. What do you mean? They blamed her for my decision to pursue my passion for art. Yelled about how her kind is ruining the country. Accusing their religion of worshipping the Dark Lord. Accusing her of putting a spell on me and cursing the family. Whoa. I mean, come on, this is the 21st century. That's so not cool. I wouldn't want to sound judgmental, but your family is racist. Tell me about it. Lua is the only person that can make me feel alive. She showed me how I can be free and pursue my dreams. I don't understand why Lua is so obsessed with the idea of reconciliation with my family. I just don't get it. I have no problem leaving my family, I will leave them for the both of us. What about her? What about her and her family? You may be happy to leave your family, but however, it may not be the same for her. Golly, do you have to say something? Perhaps you can give us a different perspective. Sorry, I didn't mean to eavesdrop. I was going to help but overhear your story. I assume that the person you're talking about is not enough. Am I correct? Yes, she's a succubus. I see. I'm a werewolf. For werewolves, the wolf pack is the most important thing. We put family before any other. We often have our own problems within the pack. Well, we won't abandon our family or for anything. Perhaps that's also true for her and her family. Besides, if you leave your family for her, won't that make your parents believe that all those bad stereotypes about succubi are true? I never thought about it that way before. Whether you like it or not, your actions will have an impact on her as well. If you leave your family for her, that'll put her in a different spot. She might feel responsible for your actions. There's nothing to feel bad about. I'm leaving my messy family to create a better one with her. It's easy for you to say now, but you don't know what the future holds. One day, circumstances might change. One day, one of you might regret your decisions. One day, you might use the I love my family for you card. We love each other. I'll be with her whatever the circumstances may be. You know, love is like a flame. It might burn fiercely at first, but over time it will die down if you don't maintain it. 10 years is a long time for that flame to burn. Maintaining it won't be easy. It'll be hard work because life is full of storms. And marriage, it will not survive on love alone. Well, that's deep. We'll have each other, and that's enough for us. Tell me, do you have health insurance? What? I'm an elf. Why would I need health insurance? You'll need some. What for? Immortality? Well, that's an elven privilege. But you'll lose it if your family disowns you. I've seen people go bankrupt because they fell ill or got seriously injured. Emptied their life savings for an $8 pill. Because in this country, they charge $20,000 for it. If you decide to have children, they wouldn't have the same privileges you do. There's a high probability that they'll get bullied for being a half-breed. There will be consequences. It shouldn't be taken lightly. Think about it. Anyway, I've got to go. Apologize for my intrusion. No, thank you for your insight. I've got to go too. Wanna head out together? Sure. Thanks for the drinks, Snake. And Freya. Bye. That was a nice little... You know? What? You made me lose 2 customers in a minute. Hey, that's not on me. They were leaving anyway. Are you going to write your book? It's a secret. If your book is based on this coffee shop, how can you present a story like theirs in a world with only humans around? I'm not sure. Perhaps a hot drink will give you some inspiration. Sounds like a great idea. And that is a wrap for this one. Thank you all so much for watching. I would love to hear from you in the comments. If you enjoy this video, please do me a favor and hit that like button. Subscribe so you don't miss the next one. And until the next one, bene vale everyone. Bye bye.